did not do what I just did in Tarkov.
I don't want to talk about that. I really don't want to talk about that.
I just made a complete rookie mistake. I mean, I planned it out. I waited casually. I didn't rush. I did everything I thought my instincts told me to do. And then, well, watch the rest of the video, see what happens. So here I am, minding my own business while we're playing customs. Now, I came into customs with the idea that I was going to play a little bit more player versus player type environment. And of course, the person talking in the background that you hear is Jetman as well, one of my friends that I play with. Now, what I noticed is before I went into this building specifically, I heard footsteps on the other side. So I wasn't sure exactly where they went. I figured they were near Crack House, but they could have also been a little closer to me. So you'll notice I take the corners and I will look to my left more than anything because I don't want somebody running up on me. I decided I want to go to the mechanic shop, which is right across from Crack House, and I wanted to check and see if maybe I can get an angle down the alleyway towards old construction. Well, of course, I entered this building, and I had a little bit more of a surprise than I thought I was going to have. In fact, I think both of us kind of had a little bit more surprise than ever.
I work from home. I sit on my ass. I'm in a computer chair for 12 hours a day.
Well, you should at least have 120 pulse then. Anything less than one. For a split second, this guy and I looked at each other. We both ID'd each other. We looked to see if is that a scav? Is that a player? What is that? And you'll notice that both of us in a millisecond realized it was another player. Should probably pull that trigger. He's dead. I lit him up like the 4th of July. All in the face, by the way. His body rocked backwards like he hadn't seen anything like the clothesliner in, I don't know, decades. Now, here's the funny thing. I checked outside of this building. I wanted to close the door, but I forgot that this warehouse doesn't have a door. But I figured that he wasn't alone. The fact that he had his back in an open area and wasn't looking towards the rear kind of gave me a sneaking suspicion that he had a buddy. The funny thing is that in this clip right here, I didn't see the buddy until I rewatched this video. You see him? He's up on top of the container. I missed him completely. The funny thing about this guy was looking the opposite direction of me. I came out the door and he was looking in the total opposite direction. And he didn't even fire at me. Split second, didn't even look. So I went back, realized, well, I got a nice little catch. Let's grab all this guy's gear. So I did. I grabbed everything that he had. And, well, since then, I decided, you know what? There's got to be a buddy. Very interesting, though. Oh, in fact, I knew there was a buddy the moment I heard the gunshots. It was a one-tap shot, too, which means either A, he's sniping, or... So, once I heard the gunshot and how close he was, I knew he was using a semi-automatic weapon. Whether it was a rifle, it could have been something as simple as an ABR. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, so I didn't want to take a chance. And at this point, remind you that I didn't know where he was. I didn't see him. So, I didn't want to go out the same door that he was looking at. I kind of figured that his buddy had it zeroed in, and he knew that I was here because he probably heard me moving around, shuffling, and everything, because he was probably that close. So I decided to go out the rear. So, made my way out the rear door, and of course, the moment I looked up, I saw his silhouette. And I made probably the worst mistake that you can make in Tarkov. So what? I hit the wrong button. Z and X. They're right next to each other. I didn't mean to hit X. I meant to hit C. I went to crouch. Instead, I went prone.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
So there I am, laying down like an idiot for a split second while his buddy gets to take pop shots at me. And of course, lo and behold, because I can't get my fat ass up quick enough, I was eliminated from the games. Now, do me a favor. Don't make this mistake.
I don't want to talk about that. I really don't want to talk about that.